Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Through perseverance, many people win success out of what seemed destined to be certain failure. Benjamin Disraeli. The manifest destiny of the United States was to wipe out an entire race, but today that race still stands strong. We continue to strive, we continue to survive, and we continue to thrive.
Hello, Tigers.
Hello, Abe. And hi, Destiny.
Hello, world.
We'll be talking about World Hello Day, a senior class meeting and an art club meeting after this short break.
Today marks World Hello Day.
Your objective?
Say hello to at least 10 people today.
Why are we doing this?
It's nice, and it demonstrates how important personal communication is in establishing peace and understanding in our world.
On Wednesday, you heard from Harry Lipke, who turned an injury into a career choice.
Being a physical therapist, enjoying helping others is great.
Today, Haley Collins brings us a story about what it takes to be helping another person in another career.
Repeating the page for Black River Ambulance. Repeating the page, Black River Ambulance needed for a non-emergent transfer from the ER to Luther Hospital in Eau Claire.
My name is Steve Collins. My family consists of my wife Jill, who works at the Black River Falls School District. I have 3 children, Joe, Haley, and Matt. I've currently been with Black River Falls Fire and EMS for 21 years, and about 17 of those years I've worked full-time. My work consists of coming in here every morning and checking the ambulances over, making sure that they're ready to go for the day, checking the equipment, checking the medications, restocking, cleaning things. There's also a lot of other things that go on here at the station, along with housekeeping, helping out in the office. I do a lot of public training, education for people that need that required for their jobs. So I have a lot of job duties within the department here. When an individual calls 911 for help, whether they're injured or sick, you basically will use a cell phone or a household phone and you call 911. Jackson County Dispatch will receive that call, ask what's going on, the nature of the call, where you're at, the emergency of the call, and then what they do is they end up paging me, where I have a pager on, and then they explain the situation of what time it was, the address, the severity of the injury or the illness, and then we respond by getting into the rescue, and I work with a partner, and we respond to that call, and then once we get on the scene, we take care of that particular call, whether it was an injury or a sickness of some sort. And then from there, we transport that patient to a local hospital, and we turn that care over to a doctor at that time. Becoming an EMT is not a degree. It is actually a certification that we get through the state of Wisconsin. You do need your healthcare provider CPR class, and then with that, you need to pass the class in order to become an EMT. The schooling consists of about 6 months to possibly a year of schooling to become an EMT. It depends on if you take it full-time or part-time. I elected to take it part-time because I was working full-time. So that's an option for people that do work full-time that want to become an EMT. They can take it part-time, and it takes a little over 6 months. If you were to do full-time EMT, you can probably get it done in about 2 to 3 months at the most. I love being an EMT because every day is a different day for me. I love working with people. I love helping people. That was the reason I got into this. Years ago, a friend of mine asked me to get into this, and I took the class, and with that, it's very interesting helping people, especially when you're on the scene of somebody that's severely injured or sick, and treating them and assessing them and doing the right thing to make them feel better before we get to the hospital and possibly save their life. The toughness of this job includes mental strain, the physical strain of taking care of patients. You get into a situation where there's something severely going on and you have to deal with that, plus keep your calmness about yourself, your wits about yourself, and then you also have to physically get that patient safely out of the house and into a rescue and then to the hospital. So it's tough that way, plus the long hours that can occur in this type of job. It's not just an 8-hour job. We cover this county 24/7, so we're up in the middle of the night, during the day, and on weekends and holidays. And with that, we're pulled away from our family when we have family things going on. So it's tough. It's a mental and a physical type of job. One of the toughest things is being an EMT is, one day you're going to have to deal with a family member. And that currently happened here a couple of years ago where I had a situation where I got called to a young person, suicide, in an apartment complex here in Black River Falls. And I was the lead EMT that day. And stepping out of the rig, I was walking down the sidewalk, and I noticed a police officer and a young lady. And as I approached, I got closer, the young lady says, "Oh my God, it's his uncle." And it was at that point in time, I got that pit in my stomach. And I knew the young lady, and I knew it was my nephew. And it was a family member that we're super close to. And trying to keep your composure, going in there and doing your assessment and wondering, do I have to treat this, or is he going to be pronounced dead at the scene? It was one of them situations that, you regret, but it's going to happen someday. Not that particular situation. It could have been something totally different, but it was a situation that was hard to deal with. But I felt that I did keep my composure until later, and that's something that's tough. It's going to happen to any one of us that lives in a small community.
One of the most important things with CPR is good compressions. Push hard, push fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's so important to find something that you truly love to do. It's not all about how much money you make. It's about going home at the end of the day and really feeling good about yourself and making a difference in this world or your community, and go forth from there. And that's something that I truly enjoy doing. Every day is a different day for me as an EMT. It's never the same, but I can go home at the end of the day knowing that I made a difference in my community. And that's why it's so important, no matter what job you find, be happy in what you do and find a purpose for why you're there.
Thanks for that video, Haley.
That gives me something else to talk about or think about. I've never thought about what it would take to be an EMT before.
Me either, but it looks fast-paced.
Speaking of fast-paced, the senior class is already choosing their class song, motto, flowers for graduation.
Seriously?
Seriously, there's also a senior class meeting today about it all during Focus.
Seniors report to the cafeteria immediately for Focus.
And there's an English collaboration during Focus today.
So if you have a cool English teacher for Focus, like Mrs. Teedens, go somewhere else today.
And finally, Art Club, you'll be meeting during Focus today.
Have a great day, Tigers.
The choice is always yours.